It's that time again, gamers. Time to dust off one of the greatest games ever made because they finally remastered it. That's right, Oblivion Remastered is here, and I haven't played this game in at least 8 years. So in this video, I'm gonna spend 100 days in Cyrodiil, and we're gonna see what happens. Will I rise to glory, or will some roided out Nord steal my sweet roll? Oh, we're gonna find out. And I have to say right off the bat, I'm already feeling like I'm home, because it's still easier to make your character look like a clown than something good. And I quickly learned that if you shorten the length of the hair, you start to get bald spots in certain places. Oh my, that will not do at all. Now, most people try to make their character look as ridiculous as possible, and I get it, it's funny. But we all know that I'm an old evil vampire, so this is gonna have to do. And of course, since this is an Elder Scrolls game, I start off as a prisoner. I couldn't help but notice that there was a dark elf sitting across from me, so I went to go say hi.
You're going to die in here.
Oh, I remember this. This is the part where the Emperor's like, hey, I know you, bro.
You are the one from my dreams.
See, I told you. I show up in the dreams of many old men. But why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet.
Oh, Uriel Septum. I bet you say that to all the ladies in jail, but it won't work on me. I don't know. I just can't figure it out. Who is this guy? So anyway, whoever this guy is, he has his guards open some secret door out of this jail cell that I totally knew was there the whole time. So then I start following them to make sure they don't screw something up.
Stand aside, prisoner.
See, this is what I'm talking about. He already screwed up. I'm in the Emperor's dreams. He probably doesn't even know this guy's name. Then we got ambushed, and I decided to stand back and watch. Oh no, Captain Renault. She didn't make it. Well, she won't be needing this katana anymore. And I needed something evil to wear, so I stole this Mythic Dawn outfit off one of the assassins. After that, the Emperor and his guards left me in a room with a bunch of rats that I had to kill. And I ended up killing a lot of rats in these side tunnels getting out of this place. Eventually, I found this goblin corpse by this door. I guess he must have fell to those rats, so I took all of his stuff. I came across my first locked chest, and it was a very easy one, so I decided to pick that lock. Inside, there was 10 gold and a sapphire. Not bad. Alright, I still don't have any pants right now, but this is all part of my evil plan. I'm gonna scare the enemy away with my thighs. Alright, who's been playing with necromancy down here? Oh man, all of these skulls are gonna be great for that skull fountain I'm gonna build in my house. But then I remembered my character has the carrying capacity of a small child, so I had to drop some of it. Alright, we're gonna sneak through this place. They're never gonna know we were here. Okay, never mind, they know we're here. You know, I gotta say, I love what they've done with the place. These skulls really speak to my inner serial killer. I was still having to drop things every 5 seconds though, which was really starting to annoy me. Okay, he doesn't see me. He doesn't see me. He's dead. He looks like he died peacefully though, which is a shame. Man, this game's really gonna make me drop a pelvis right now, isn't it? Shortly after that, I came across some more goblins, and one of them was a witch.
Brother,
Okay, you can die now. I almost forgot to pick up the witch's staff though, and it's worth a lot of money at this point in the game. Eventually, I caught up with the Emperor and his lackeys again. But as soon as they were done talking, some more assassins showed up, and I just kind of stood around and waited to loot their corpses.
It's that prisoner again. Kill him. He might be working with the assassins.
You might be working with the assassins, you sodium-bloated mother...
No, he is not one of them.
Look, I didn't want to say this, but I am one of them. That's why I was in jail. But then you started telling me I was the chosen one and I had a change of heart.
They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen.
Alright, blah blah blah. He asked me to pick a sign, so I picked the shadow. Because I'm evil as hell and I want that invisibility spell. Then he asked me to follow him for a little bit.
We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this.
You're doing so good right now, you know that? So good. And as soon as I finished that thought, we got jumped by some more assassins. So I kind of just pretended to fight back, but really I was just swinging at the air. Eventually they just left me alone in this room with the Emperor, and I told him that was a bad idea, but they didn't listen. Then he gave me some worthless trinket and told me to take it to some guy named Joffrey. Well, the only Joffrey that I know is pretty evil, so I agreed to do that. Oh no, look out. There is an assassin behind you. Alright, I think he's gonna be okay. I think he's gonna make it. But this assassin did not make it. By the way, I love how when you kill these guys, they just poof out of their disguise. It's great. You know what though? This is a bad guy that actually did his job. I guess we all can't be good at our job though. Oh, okay, he didn't make it. Look, I'm not a doctor.
We failed. I failed.
Then he starts asking about the amulet. Now, I've never understood this about this game, but if I only have one dialogue choice, why even prompt me to choose it?
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you.
You are the one from my dreams. He can help us. They cannot understand why I trust you. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction.
Yep, it's totally strange, man. Wow, you know? Then he gives me the key to the sewers so I can get out of here.
You're an experienced knight. Am I right?
Nah, brah, that ain't me. I'm a Nightblade, my dude. And just so you all know, this is an RP run, not a min-max run. So he tells me the same thing the Emperor told me, blah, 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 get the amulet to Joffrey.
Got it?
No, you see, I'm too incapable and stupid, according to you, so please explain again.
Take it easy. You'll be fine. I know this is a lot to take in all at once. The Amulet of Kings must get to Joffrey at Wayne Priory. He'll know what to do with it.
You know I'm not going to do this main quest, right? You know I'm just going to f*** off into the wilderness for the next 40 hours, right?
Got it? Thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
You son of a bitch. Then I tried to put on the Amulet of Kings just to piss him off, but it didn't work. Okay, I need a weapon now because he took my katana. Let's see what we got around here. Nope, nothing there. Nothing on this one either. Nope, nothing. Okay, let's see what's in this locked chest. Maybe there'll be a shotgun in there or something. But all I found was a couple of potions. Alright, you know what? I'll just beat things to death with my hands. Let's go. Then I remembered I still had that goblin shaman staff, so I put that on instead. Alright, I'm not mad about this. I do look a lot more evil. Yeah, I could definitely get used to shooting lightning at things. This is great. I did have to drop some more of my precious bones, though. Eventually, I found this axe and started using it with this shield. It's better anytime I can use a blade weapon because it's one of my major skills. Alright, I know the way out is over here somewhere. I can feel it in my evil bones. And not long after I said that, I found the exit to Skyrim. But when I walked outside, I was still playing Oblivion, only it looked about 1,000,000 times better now. But I guess I thought I was in Skyrim still for a minute because I tried to collect these butterflies. I spotted this slaughterfish in the water, so I decided to make it go to sleep forever. Listen, I need these scales more than you need to live. Then I discovered this Aelid ruin called Vilverin, but there was a bandit camping outside that decided to try his luck on me. And I am a master strategist. I just kept hitting him with the axe until he stopped getting up. And I decided to take everything he had on him and swap to that fur armor he was carrying. Then I heard his friend in the distance and resumed kill mode. Okay, look, this is how it's gonna go. You're gonna die, and I'm gonna take your stuff. He didn't have really anything that I wanted though, which was a shame, but I took the lockpick. There was a Nirn root outside of the ruins, so I grabbed it and it activated the quest for it. Then I killed this mud crab that wouldn't leave me alone. After that, it was time to head into that ruin, and it was full of bandits. And for some reason, I decided to try sneaking at the last possible moment on this bandit. It didn't work out so well, but she triggered the trap ahead of me, and then I took her down, so it could have been worse. I went down the stairs and entered a large chamber full of more bandits.
You do realize I've been holding back.
Why would you hold back when certain death is on the line? Listen, your friend was not very smart, but I can see that you at least tried. I find another locked chest, and inside there was some gold and a scroll. Then I started grabbing everything off of this table because I still hadn't learned my lesson about being over encumbered. I decided to jump down right here and take on this bandit bowman next, but she just immediately pulled out a knife and tried to shank me, which didn't end well for her. After that, I did everything I could to not sneak up on this person for some reason, and they heard me coming a mile away. I managed to take her out, and somehow her two friends downstairs were unaware of me still. So I decided to do a stealth arrow shot to the head on this Khajiit and landed it.
Nice.
But the jig was up and they knew where I was, and this time the ringleader was with them. So I went back up the stairs and tried to pick off this bandit first. I moved into this area that had a little bit more room for activities, and then I finished off the Khajiit. This bandit ringleader was a little bit tougher than the other ones, but I just blocked his attacks and countered. Oh, you thought you were gonna kill me? That's cute. The loot was pretty disappointing on him though, to say the least, but hey, it was early days and I was still level 1. I came across another locked chest in this room, but there was just a small amount of gold in it. There was a bunch of these Welkin stones though, so I grabbed them. Then I read this note on this table and it was basically about a smelly Khajiit. No, seriously, that's what it said. Then I grabbed this crab meat right off the floor, along with these other vegetables. Listen, a little dirt don't hurt. A potion's a potion. Alright, time to go further into these ruins, but it was quiet. A little too quiet. Alright, I guess I'll pick this locked chest in the middle of this open area. Nothing bad will happen, I'm sure. Then I ran into that smelly Khajiit that note warned me about, and the stench was so unbearable that she started to drain my endurance. Oh good, she's dead. I'm sure the stench will improve now. And she had nothing worth taking down here, so that was an absolute waste of time. I kept feeling like I was missing some sort of secret down here though, because I couldn't believe that was all that was down here. Let me know if I missed something in the comments. When I got back up top, I practiced a little restoration magic while I fought some mud crabs. And I killed a slaughterfish or two that got in my way. When I came across the water, I ran into my first imp, and I tried to get him to serve me, but he just wouldn't listen. Am I evil enough for you now? Oh wait, he's dead. I picked up some foxglove and then I headed into the sideways cave. Alright, we're gonna try sneaking a little bit more this time. But that didn't last very long because something immediately saw me, and that something was an imp. So I started smacking it around, you know, showing it who's boss. And honestly, I hated to kill such beautiful creatures, but they were in my way. I was picking up this healing potion off the ground when this rat decided to jump me, and I somehow made it disappear. I'm pretty sure it clipped through the wall. Then I came across this dead treasure hunter, but they didn't have much loot on him. Then I spotted this chest that was surrounded by the bones of the fallen, but when I opened it up, all that was inside was a weak potion of healing. I walked further into the cave and a hidden entrance revealed itself to me along with this imp, so I smacked it out of the way and then I went inside. There were more imps on the other side of that door that I had to cut my way through. At the end of this long waterway, I found another door. Alright, we got another dark hallway. There's probably some skooma-addicted Khajiit around the corner with a knife. What do we have here? Terror of the most terror, you say? Are they talking about me? They're probably talking about me. Just ignore the part where it says Meridia. Alright, let's see. What do we got in here? Ah, more imps, you say. You know, you have to admire how they just keep coming at you, even though all of their friends are dying around them. Alright, I'm in combat with something, but I can't see it. Typical Oblivion. Oh, there it is. Taste my fire. And taste it again. Alright, I'm getting good with this fire thing. Oh, I'm out of magic. I soon came across this dead scholar, and there was a note on a tablet next to him. Blah, 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 Meridia, terror of most terror, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm gonna have to kill Meridia and also Dracula at some point. Dracula is my arch nemesis, everyone knows this. Then I came across this throne, and I couldn't resist the chance to sit on it. But I was gonna need to look a lot more evil than this, because right now it was not cutting it. On the way back out, my athletic skill increased, and that gave me my first level up. When I got back to the surface, it was nighttime, and it sure was looking a lot like Skyrim. At this point, I started heading towards the Imperial City because I had some business to take care of there. But I saw some bubbles in the water, so I hopped in to see what it was. And it turned out to just be a mud crab. There was a shrine nearby, so I stopped to see what it was, and it was the Way Shrine of Stendar. Now, I'm not a praying man, but I wanted that buff. And it was a pretty good one, fortifying my endurance by 10 points. Alright, time to get to this Imperial City. It's enough screwing around. I don't know why, but I decided to go to the Arcane University first, which was completely pointless at this point in the game. So then I made my way to the Arboretum and stumbled upon this gem of a conversation.
Have you heard about the attack on the chapel there?
Evening.
No, I haven't.
Have you read the
What's
latest
that?
Black Horse
All the
Courier?
priests slaughtered.
I read the thing
the
once
whole
in a
chapel
while.
desecrated.
Mostly I use it for kindling.
Then I talked to this lady and she told me the Fighters Guild was looking for recruits. Alright, maybe I'll do that later, but right now I need to find an inn. Then I spotted this wanted poster, so I took a little peek, and it was about some shady character called the Grey Fox. But as much as I liked shady characters, I was on a mission. Ah yes, I can smell it now, the blood of the innocent.
What do you want?
What do you think I want, you mean old bastard? Give me a room.
I do have a bed available for 20 gold a night. Would you like to rent it?
Actually, I just want to stand here awkwardly while I think about it. Alright, well, since it's the only way I can level.
It's up the stairs there. First door on your left. Sleep well.
Listen, never close your eyes around me. That is a dangerous mistake. Alright, tell me about this Grey Fox guy. What do you know?
Blasted thief. I hope they string him up when they catch him. Oh, he's a slippery one, though. The beggars are his eyes and ears.
Excellent, that's all I needed. I head upstairs and sleep for the night, gaining my first level. And I decided to put my points into agility, speed, and personality. Don't look at this, okay? This is not how I want to be remembered. When I wake up, I read the paper. Something about the Emperor getting assassinated? I don't know. It's news to me. When I head downstairs, I talk to this dark elf named Nilphus, and I ask him what rumors he's heard.
An old priest in Kvatch is worried about strange disappearances. He sounded quite depressed. How can we win if even the priests lose their faith?
Have you considered joining the forces of darkness? That's always an option, but yet no one ever takes it. Well, look, you got my eyes, so you're cool with me. After that, I head into the Red Diamond Jewelry Shop and talk to a guy named Hamloff Redtooth.
Yes?
Look, I'm gonna try to persuade you right now, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Say, that's really funny.
I know. Hilarious. You should have seen the other guy.
I doubt it.
No, seriously, they are still finding pieces of that guy.
Blow away, windbag.
Alright, I think he's on to me. And also, I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe a bribe will lighten his disposition. Nah, let's just cut our losses here.
Oh, come on.
Look, I'll be back when I learn how to do this properly. Oh, look, a thrift store. Let's see what's going on in here.
Feel free to browse, friend. It's nice to see a new shopper. I was afraid I lost any hope of new business ever since Thorinir opened up.
Okay, fine, I'll bite. And when I say bite, I do mean your neck. Later, after I become a vampire, probably on Tyrdos.
I'm the chairperson for the Society of Concerned Merchants.
Oh, great, we got ourselves a Karen.
He undercuts prices like you wouldn't believe. He doesn't always sell what we sell, but it is still a problem.
It seems you also have a problem with your face right now.
What we need is for you to case his establishment and figure out where he gets his inventory. The job pays a fair bounty in gold when he is brought to justice.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. I don't like you, but I will take your money. Okay, I definitely need more gold, so let's head over to the arena. Wait, scratch that. I gotta talk to Thorinir real quick.
What kind of deal can I make for you today?
The one where you stop undercutting. That'd be great.
What about my inventory?
Your inventory is good. A little too good.
Well, thank you.
Look, you might not want to thank me just yet, alright? Where are you getting this stuff? You got some skooma-addled Khajiit just pumping it out for you?
I'll tell you what I tell everyone else who asks. It's all about who you know.
Well, Thorinir, you know some people who are very pissed off with you.
My sources are good, but they are secret.
Thorinir, you know a flayed man holds no secrets, right?
Anyway, Have fun looking around, and when you are ready to buy, give me a shout.
I will certainly give you something someday when you least suspect it.
Goodbye.
All right, I guess I gotta let the mall cop know what's going on. Your boy be dodging my questions.
I told you he wouldn't cooperate.
Yes, you're so amazing. What do you want to do about it?
Your best bet is to shadow him and see where he goes.
All right, well, that's gonna cost you an extra 6-pack of mead, but that's fine.
Thanks again for your help.
Damn, I hate that woman. All right, time to go to the arena. Okay, we came here to make some money and crack some skulls. Let's see what this guy's up to.
Hello there. Welcome to the arena. I don't think I've ever seen you around here before. I know all the regulars, believe me. If you're looking to join the arena as a combatant, you need to head down to the Bloodworks and talk to Owen, the Blade Master. If you're here to bet on a fight, on the other hand, you're talking to the right man. There are matches all day long, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's a lot of chances to fill your purse with coin. So what do you say? You want to bet on a match?
Nah, I mean, I'm broke as hell right now.
Oh, all right. Very well then. If you need anything, please just ask. I'd be happy to take your bet if you change your mind.
Damn, son, I didn't know you were gonna take it that hard. I don't have any money, though. I'll be back later.
Have a good day now.
I mean, there's a good chance I'll die today, but yeah, you too. All right, who's my first opponent? Is it this guy?
Hail, friend. I don't believe I've ever seen you down here in the Bloodworks before. Most people just call me the Grey Prince.
I see, yes, well... Look, at this point, you honestly should just shave your head. It would look better.
I guess I'm partly to blame.
You're entirely to blame. What are you talking about? Just shave it off.
I am a lord's son.
Oh, I get it, but it doesn't mean you can just act and look however you want. Have some self-respect.
Still, if I could prove who I really am and show the world that an orc can be noble in blood as well as deed, maybe, yes, you could help me.
I just met this dude and he's already like, hey, solve my life problems. You know what? Screw it. I think I get something good out of this if I remember correctly.
I grew up here in the Imperial City, but I was born elsewhere.
Blah, blah, blah. Cut to the chase.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to ramble.
But you did.
Go to Crowhaven, find this proof, and return it to me, and I'll share with you some of my finest combat techniques.
All right, we got ourselves a deal. And I am going to kill you in the arena someday. Just want to be clear about that. After that little encounter, I went and talked to the guy that organizes the fights.
I don't know who you are, friend, but you've got about 10 seconds to tell me what you're doing in my Bloodworks before I lop your arms off.
Okay, don't laugh. I want to be just like the dude on this poster.
You what? You want to be a combatant?
Urge to kill rising.
Wait, you're serious, aren't you? All right. It's your funeral. Welcome to the arena, you filthy pit dog. Do you want a light raiment or a heavy raiment?
I'll take the light raiment.
Okay, then. Here. Put that on. See if it fits okay.
I hate everything about this, but knowing that this is the last thing my opponents are going to see in the arena pleases me greatly. The blood on the walls is hilarious. It looks like a kid just started painting with a brush. I entered the arena ready to face my first opponent, and I didn't waste any time shooting fireballs into their face. Then I switched to my sword because the damage on the flare spell was too weak. And it was a close fight, but I ended up winning this one.
By the 9 divines, you did it!
Try not to look so surprised about it, damn. I need to get this wizard painted on the side of the van immediately. I head up to face my next opponent in the rain. But as we start to fight, the horrible sun comes out. And just when I think I've got my opponent in a corner, he heals back up to full health. Alright, I see you choosing the hard way. That's fine with me. And this was another close fight, but I did manage to take him down. Alright, let me get a little sip of this dirty arena water. That's gonna heal me up nice and good. And because I love being condescended to, I went and talked to Owen for my next fight.
You must be downright determined to get yourself killed, huh? Okay, then head back up to the arena and try not to die before the gate opens.
Okay, I'm really gonna try not to die before the gate opens this time. Please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. Yes, I did it. My next opponent tried to shoot me with arrows, so I blocked him with my shield and moved in for the kill. Alright, let's see what you got, boy. Oh, I see. You got them full heals, don't you? He did help me increase my light armor skill, though, so I wasn't mad about it. Then I just smacked him in the head a few times with my sword, and he went down. All right, let's get some more of this and do a little bit more of this. Owen tells me that I'm no longer a pit dog, and then I've advanced to brawler.
You know what brawler rank is worth around here?
I don't know, but it better be a shitload of skooma. Give me a match.
Okay, brawler, you know the drill. Head up to that arena and show him who's boss.
My next opponent from the yellow team was some guy with an axe and shield. We were pretty evenly matched and I was using the same strategy. Alright, heal up, block, and slap. Oh great, he did the full heal thing. And it took a lot of slapping him in the head with this sword, but eventually he fell. When I went back downstairs, I decided to talk to Isabel.
And who in Shinji's name might you be?
Excuse me, madam, have you been drinking on the job again?
This ain't no damned peep show.
Oh, I'm sorry, I totally thought you were a stripper.
Oh, Oh, I see.
Whoa, 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 lady. Don't get any ideas. I'm way too evil for you.
Get out of my face!
Yeah, she's definitely been drinking. After that exhilarating conversation, I signed up for my 5th arena match.
Now get in there and show those tree climbers who's boss.
You know what? I think he's been drinking too, but that's fine. I'm gonna kill me some tree climbers. All right, tree climbers, I'm gonna need you to die and also increase my light armor skill. That's great. I went for the elf with the two-hander first. Her attacks were pretty slow and predictable, and it wasn't too much trouble to take her down. All right, time to heal up. Still gotta slap this ranged tree climber. As soon as I closed the distance and started spamming sword attacks, this one was no match for me. After that match, it was time for me to level up again. So I slept on the floor in the blue team area, and I put my points into agility, willpower, and personality. Then I tried to sign up for my next match, but Owen had other ideas about that.
Come back later, moron.
So I had to sleep until the arena opened back up. My shield broke and I didn't have any repair hammers, so I switched to a two-hander for the next fight. And the yellow team sent out a brawler that seemed to have the same idea.
I'm just warming up, pathetic worm.
He broke a piece of my armor right here, and then it got real personal. It was about this time that I noticed that these fights were getting a little harder. And I was only playing on Adept, but I was running out of healing potions. And that's when this guy healed himself back up to full. So this fight ultimately became a bunch of blocking and countering. And what felt like 10 years later, I delivered the final blow. When I returned to Owen, he informed me that I was now a bloodletter. After that, I left the Imperial City for a little bit because I needed more levels and better gear. So I started heading for the Mage Tower up on the mountain because it's a free player house and I needed a place to put my stuff. On the way there, I discovered Fort Chalman, and I killed some skeletons on the outside of it, but I didn't go in. I did find a soul gem at the top of it though, and a chest that had some gold and a potion in it, and I decided not to go inside of this fort right now because I was already at my weight capacity. I came across this deer and I started hitting it with my sword, and it turned out to be some kind of super deer because it took forever for me to kill it. Damn, that was a workout. Well, if it isn't the Roxy Inn, let's see what's going on in here. Sometimes you'll walk into an inn and there'll be like 2 people in there, but this place was packed.
Hello.
Farewell. But the sound of everyone talking was honestly pretty annoying, so I left. It was kind of like real life. On the way to Bruma, we met a few travelers on the road, and I stopped to get a buff from this Aelid wall, which fortified my magicka by 50 points. Not bad. Further up the road, I got jumped by a marauder and his dog, so I had to put him down. Then I came across the Thief Stone and activated it, which gave me the Cheater's Nip Great Power, and I don't even care what that does, I just like the way it sounds. By nightfall, I was getting closer to Bruma and Frostcrag Spire. I decided to head into Bruma first to see what was going on, and I have to say the game was looking pretty amazing here. But I quickly realized that it was too late in the day for me to hit any of these shops or talk to anyone, so I moved on to the Frostcrag Spire. I came across Namir's Shrine next, but when I tried to talk to the statue, I was too low level. It was late into the night when I finally arrived at Frostcrag Spire, and as usual, I was over encumbered. But that's exactly why I came here, because this is a free house and I can dump all my stuff off in it. I did have to pick the lock on the front door though, but that was easy. Inside the front door, I picked up this book about Frostcrag Spire memoirs, and it gave me a quest to restore the place. It is pretty empty in here right now, I will say that. Then I went up to the living area to see what was in there. Okay, there's some garlic and a clouded funnel cap on the floor. Then I found this little indoor garden that had a ton of reagents we could use for alchemy. Outside, there were teleporters to all the different mage guilds, and I took the portal to the Arcane University because I needed to buy some stuff for my new house in the Imperial City. Alright, I know this shop is around here somewhere. Where the hell is it? While I was looking for that shop, I stumbled upon my old buddy Thorinir having a conversation with this shady character.
Shh! Not so loud. How many times have I told you that?
Sorry. I'm not used to this kind of meeting. It always makes me nervous.
Well, just shut up and listen to me. The next shipment will be sooner than I expected. Just have the money ready.
Well, Thorinir, it seems I have found your source of goods. I found the Mystic Emporium I was looking for, but it was closed right now, so I decided to wait a few hours for it to open. Alright, let's see how much I'm gonna have to spend here. Yep, too rich for my blood right now. So I went back to the mall cop to let her know what was going on with Thorinir.
Good. You have found his source. Now you must find where his source gets the materials if we are able to truly bring this crime to justice.
Lady, you better give me a damn good quest reward for all this work.
Thanks again for your help.
I decided to start doing some of the main quests next, so I headed to Coral. For some reason, I had an urge to talk to this guy.
Yes?
Tell me about this chapel attack. What do you know?
The worst thing is, no one even knows what happened. People heard the screams, but when they broke down the chapel doors, everyone was already dead.
Sounds like the work of a real pro. I went over to the Wayne and Priory next so I could deliver the amulet.
Yes? Can I help you?
Yes. Can you please make your mouth smaller? It's very distracting. But, I mean, I guess if you can't do that, tell me where Joffrey is.
He's upstairs. Go ahead.
Alright, now we can make some actual progress.
I'm Brother Joffrey. What do you want?
I got this old man trinket that I'm supposed to give you.
Emperor Uriel? Do you know something about his death?
Yeah, it was really bloody and painful. It was awesome.
You brought me the Amulet of Kings? Who are you?
I'm Xeridae, Dark Lord of YouTube, Slayer of your free time. Hello?
How did you get this?
You know, it's actually a really romantic story.
As unlikely as your story sounds, I believe you.
I mean, who would make that up? Come on. And why would I steal it just to give it to you?
I'm not sure.
Alright, where's Uriel's son? Let's get this quest going.
He serves Akatosh in the chapel in the city of Kvatch, south of here. You must go to Kvatch and find him at once. Waste no time. You must find Martin before the enemy does.
Well, considering how encumbered I am, they're probably gonna find him first. I made my way to the Coral Inn next, where I had a very shocking encounter with a talking cat. Then I stopped by the Northern Goods and Trade to see what they had for sale.
How can I help you?
Yeah, why do you look like someone else I know, huh? Why do you look like that? Tell me. I sell some stuff that I don't need to her and then I move on. I head over to the blacksmith next, and this Argonian insists on talking to me.
Are you new in town?
Why, yes I am.
Likewise. I'm always glad to meet someone new. Welcome. I'm sure my mother would be glad to meet you as well.
Wait a minute, who is your mother?
My mother owns Northern Goods and Trade in Coral.
Oh yeah, she was definitely happy to see me. Look, I don't know why you insisted on talking to me, but I got shit to do.
You too.
After that little interruption, I had Rashida repair all of my gear. And I sold some stuff that I didn't need because I was encumbered once again.
They say that when you murder someone,
Wait a minute, what?
the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep.
You don't say.
It's how they recruit new members.
Well, I know what I'm doing this weekend, but first I paid a visit to the local Fighters Guild in Coral.
Greetings. How may I help you? Are you perhaps interested in joining the Fighters Guild?
Why, yes I am. Sign me up.
Excellent. You are now an associate in the Fighters Guild.
I waited around a bit to see if something would happen, and I'm glad I did, because a ghost appeared out of thin air and started talking.
Hi there.
Have you heard the odd noises coming from Hugo Ballet's place?
I thought I heard something the other night. It's none of my business, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's really none of my business either.
Good to see you.
Uh-oh, the ghost is talking to me. I went up into this tower of the Fighters Guild, and there was a locked chest that I was definitely not supposed to touch, but I mean, I did anyway. I made my way over to Bravo after that. It was nighttime when I got there, and this dark elf was walking around.
Apparently, some fool tried to resurrect the Crimson Scars in Deepscorn Hollow. The Dark Brotherhood will not like that.
Alright, Deepscorn Hollow, make a mental note of that. And speaking of the Dark Brotherhood, that's exactly why I came here. But first I stopped at the Mages Guild. I asked the alchemist to tell me about Nirnroot, and she told me to talk to Sindarian and Skingrad.
I see you. Hello.
Yes, I see you too. Just keep walking, don't make eye contact. I stumbled upon a bum named Wretched Aya that was sleeping peacefully, and I made a mental note of it, you know, just in case I ever need the blood of the innocent. Okay, I know there's a skooma den around here somewhere, I can smell it. It kind of smells like hopes and dreams dying. Nope, that ain't it. Okay, let's see if this is the one. Yep, perfect. Now we just pick this lock and let ourselves in. Once I was inside, I snuck up very quietly on this sleeping Khajiit, and then I made him go to sleep forever. Alright, what's he got on him? Okay, we need to leave now. That amount of skooma is worth a fortune at this point in the game. I make my way over to the local inn, and then I buy a room from the innkeeper. Okay, now that my character is officially evil, we should get a special visit from someone tonight.
You sleep rather soundly for a murderer. That's good. You'll need a clear conscience for what I'm about to propose.
Alright, we're just gonna play it cool and say nothing. We don't want to look desperate.
You prefer silence, then? As do I, my dear child, as do I. I bear an offering, an opportunity to join our rather unique family.
And again, I choose to say nothing because really, what's the point? Are we here to talk or kill?
On the green road to the north of Breville lies the Inn of Ill Omen. There you will find a man named Rufio.
No, not my boy Rufio. Fine, I guess the price of evil doesn't come cheap.
Kill him, and your initiation into the Dark Brotherhood will be complete.
After that, Lucian turned invisible, but like not invisible, sort of like the Predator. And then he knocked over a bowl on his way out. In the morning, I sold some stuff I didn't need, including that skooma, which I got 350 gold for. Not bad. Then I started spamming the jump button outside of the skooma den until I leveled up again. Now we wait until nightfall because I need everybody in this skooma den to be asleep. When I got inside, Roxanne was sleeping right on top of the Khajiit that I killed earlier. So I let her join him in the afterlife, and then I took all of her skooma. Then this other Khajiit decided to just walk right past me and lay in the same bed. Hey, it's no big deal. You just push them corpses to the side. And then I gently push my blade into him. That is definitely the face of someone who died peacefully. Now we just take all of his skooma. I mean, that's really why we're doing this. Although I guess I could have just pickpocketed them instead of killing them, but I am evil. Not long after that, the final tenant came down and decided to sleep in the bed of corpses. They really like that bed.
Hey, what did you do that for? You're some kind of maniac?
Yes, I am definitely some kind of maniac. He only had 5 on him. Oh well, at least they can all sleep together forever now. After that, I went back to the room at the inn and slept so I could level up. And I spent my points on strength, endurance, and personality. In the morning, I cashed in on all of that skooma. Then for some dumb reason, I decided to talk to this guard who didn't even seem to know I was there.
Stop! You violated the law.
Listen, it wouldn't be an Oblivion playthrough if this didn't happen at least once. Somehow the guards know everything that you've ever done. I decided to just pay the gold because I could afford it. And when I checked, I had only lost a couple hundred gold. I don't know what crime it was exactly, but it definitely wasn't those murders in the skooma den. And it wasn't the skooma either because I still had that in my inventory. I probably just forgot to tip the guy at Chipotle. Next, I went back to the Imperial City to practice my powers of persuasion.
But I don't have time to talk.
But do you have time to die? Because that's what will happen if you don't talk to me right now.
Go ahead.
Alright, that's what I thought. It was at this point that I had looked up a guide on how to do this properly, so I was feeling pretty confident.
What a dumb joke.
Excellent, this is going great.
Don't talk such rot.
But I thought that you liked rot. Damn it.
Well done.
Alright, I've stumbled my way into success.
You're good.
I get that a lot, but listen, you're way too old and ugly for me. Plus, I always tend to say the quiet part out loud a lot, and I'll just embarrass you constantly. I decided to see what Claudette was up to next.
I have everything for the budding alchemist under one roof. Far more than Thorinir would ever have, despite his horrid business ethics.
Man, these women hate Thorinir. I mean, I kind of do too. Alright, Claudette, here's how it's going down. I'm gonna let everybody know about your embarrassing hairy feet if you don't improve your disposition with me.
Don't please. I'm sorry. I accept. I have no choice.
Alright, your secret's safe with me for now. After that, I went back to Aralinway so I could buy the bedroom area for the Frostcrag Tower.
I let that go too cheaply.
Well, I am very persuasive. It was time to see what my hard-earned money had paid for. And the answer was not much. I got a wardrobe, a chest, and a bed. But at least I had a place to store my stuff now. Once I had stored everything I didn't need to carry, I started picking up all these plants in the garden, because I would need them for potions later. And one nice thing about this garden is that it has all of the plants from the Oblivion Gates. Well, Rufio wasn't going to kill himself, so I fast traveled to a spot that was close to the Inn of Ill Omen. I came across this bum sleeping by the water's edge, but I decided to let him live for now. Then I came across this shrine of Zenithar and grabbed the buff from it. I kept walking around with my knife out just in case I ran into any more skooma addicts, but I ran into a bandit instead. That's a very interesting strategy he's got there, you know? Just swing way before the enemy gets to you. Well, I guess he just felt like dying today, which is great because I felt like killing. All he really had that was useful on him though was a lockpick. Eventually, I made it to the Inn of Ill Omen, and this place was pretty dead. Only the innkeeper was at the front desk. That's when I noticed this trap door leading down to the private quarters. Definitely not creepy at all. Alright, I got a feeling he's down here somewhere. Let's see what we got here. Well, sleeping with the door unlocked like a baby. Alright, first I pull out the knife. Let's see, what's the next step? I can never remember this part. Okay, looks like that did the trick. Now we roll the body over, and let's see, what did he have on him? 5 gold. What a peasant. Then I decided to sleep in the victim's bed. I mean, I wasn't going to pay for one. It's a perfectly good bed, and it can't be haunted yet because he's too recently dead. I don't make the rules, that's just how it works, okay?
So, the deed is done. How do I know this? You will find that the Dark Brotherhood knows a great many things, for you are now part of the family.
And once again, I say nothing because I'm just too cool to care.
You must now go to the city of Cyrodiil, to the abandoned house near the eastern wall. Enter the basement and attempt to open the black door. You will be asked a question. Answer thusly. Sanguine, my brother. You will gain entrance to the sanctuary. Once inside, speak with Ochiva.
Right after I spoke with Lucian, I fast traveled to Cyrodiil. Then I started looking for that crappy abandoned house he was talking about. Yeah, this is definitely the place. I wonder if there's any hobos in here. I did have to pick an easy lock on the door, but that was no big deal. Inside, the place looked thoroughly abandoned. Then I found a door that led to the basement, and at the end of a long hall, there was the door that Lucian told me about.
What is the color of night?
I gave the door the dumb password and it let me in. And on the other side, an Argonian was waiting there for me.
Greetings, brother. Greetings. I am Oshiva, mistress of this sanctuary. Lucian has told me all about you. I welcome you to the Dark Brotherhood. Go and speak with Vicente Valtieri. He handles all assignments for new family members. But before you go, please accept this gift from your new family. A unique set of armor, lighter than normal leather and black as the void.
You're speaking my language here with the whole black is the void thing. It was time to put my shrouded armor on, which was way better than anything I currently had. And I was definitely starting to look a little bit more evil here, but it was more like an evil henchman. I went around and introduced myself to the rest of the Dark Brotherhood, though none of them really had anything worth saying, especially this guy. I hope I can kill this guy soon. And then I went and talked to Vicente for my first assignment.
Warmest greetings to you. I trust you've already spoken with Ochiva. I am Vicente Valtieri. I provide assignments for all new family members. Please do not let my appearance unnerve you. The needs and tenets of the Dark Brotherhood come before my own needs as a vampire.
Wait a minute, this boy's a vampire? This is exactly the kind of person I've been looking for. So of course I asked him more about being a vampire.
I was stricken with vampirism 300 years ago while on an expedition deep into the ashlands of Vardenfell. For nearly 100 years I hunted in secret until the Dark Brotherhood found me. Now I have a family that accepts and even values my unique gifts. Perhaps in the future, when I feel you have earned the right, I will offer you a chance to become a hunter of the night.
Oh hell yeah, we doing that. Give me this contract.
I'm not sure how you feel about pirates, but you've got to kill one. A captain, in fact, on his ship, surrounded by his crew. Interested?
Yeah, fine. Anything to be a vampire.
Excellent. Here is what you must do. Go to the waterfront district of the Imperial City. There you will find a ship named the Marie Elena. Board the ship and find its captain, Gaston Tussaud. He'll be in his cabin. Eliminate Tussaud in any manner you see fit.
I had my first assignment, but maybe some of my fellow brothers had some advice for me.
Welcome. Welcome to the family. I'd hug you, but Ochiva told me not to.
Yeah, she probably knew I would kill you if you did that.
The great thing about killing a target up close and personal is you can talk to him before you do it. You know, say something scary.
True.
For example, this one time I had a contract to kill a little Nord girl at her birthday party. She asked me if I was the jester. So I said to her, no, I'm a messenger of death. You should have seen the look on her face. Anyway, she won't be seeing age 6.
So, wait a minute. Did you wear that outfit to the party? And were you using that lightning axe? Who the hell would let you in? Okay, the parents must have been in on it. Well, the skeleton didn't really have much to say, so I made my way out to the Imperial waterfront to kill a pirate. And even though the crew totally saw me, I walked right into the captain's cabin. Then I just walked right up to the captain and started stabbing him. You see, you have to swing at the air to really do the damage here. But one of the pirates did come to the aid of the captain, so I had to put him down. Then it was just me and the captain.
I'll have your head, you filthy Nord. This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
I choose to believe he was talking to himself at this point, because I killed him right after that. He did put up a good fight, though.
Captain Tussaud, are you all right, sir? We heard a clamor, Captain. We're coming in.
It was time for me to go, but first I had to steal this Nirnroot. I jumped off the stern of the ship, and then I grabbed another Nirnroot that was sitting up on the shore. Then it was time to head back to the Brotherhood and wake Vicente up to tell him the good news.
So, the pirate has been eliminated. Excellent. No one will mourn his passing, and Sithis has been appeased.
Yes, he has. But what happened to your hair?
Please accept this black band as your reward. It is a ring whose powers are quite useful to those who value discretion.
And I do value that. That is true. I'm glad you know that about me. And the black band that he gave me increased my light armor, security, and magic resistance. All right, give me another contract so I can be a vampire already.
We need you to stage an accident. The target is a wood elf named Bainlin. You will find him at his home in Bruma. Enter secretly and avoid his manservant, Grom. On the second floor is a secret door leading to a crawl space. Inside are the fastenings of a mounted head that hangs over Bainlin's favorite chair. Loosen those fastenings any night between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m., and the head will surely fall on Bainlin as he relaxes in his chair, as is his custom.
I usually prefer them to see me so that they scream, but I want that bonus, so I'm gonna do it. So of course, I made my way up to Bruma, where my target was located. Then I waited for nighttime and I picked the lock to Bainlin's basement. When I got inside, I used the Moon Shadow spell to make myself invisible, and then I started sneaking around. I did have to pick one more lock though to get further into the house, but that was no big deal. Okay, my sneak is leveling up, which means there's definitely somebody around. When I entered this room, I found that crawl space that I was looking for. Now, it's not quite time to kill yet, so we're going to shut this door and then we're going to speed up time a bit. Then all I had to do was remove the fastenings on this mounted head. And just like that, the quest was completed.
Well done. You have more than earned your reward and bonus.
Yes, I have, and I see that you have earned your hair back.
I present to you this dagger. It's an enchanted blade known as Sufferthorn.
I bet he was so proud of that name when he came up with it. Look at him. He did give me a promotion though, so that was cool. I still wasn't a vampire, but I'll take it.
I hereby appoint you Slayer. Well done.
Hail, my brother.
What do you think, Gogron? You think he's gonna make me a vampire? Alright, time to take another contract.
It just so happens I have another contract available, one that requires an expert in infiltration. Your target is a dark elf named Valen Dreth.
Wait a minute.
You're going to die in here.
He thinks he's safe in prison. He is tragically mistaken.
Oh, I've been waiting to kill that boy since I first laid eyes on him.
Valen Dreth has been imprisoned for many years. His tongue is sharp, but his body is limp and frail. He will prove an easy, pleasurable kill.
Well, he is right about that. I am going to enjoy the hell out of this. Oh, I think someone might be in trouble.
Your last contract. I heard there were some complications.
All right, so I may have gotten a bit careless, but the contract was fulfilled, wasn't it? In the end, that's all that matters.
Sometimes I wonder how you survive it all without me being there to watch your back.
Yeah, I mean, he is kind of dumb as hell.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance.
Look, I've always got time to talk to a fan.
Not here, not in public. We must never...
It is an honor to make your acquaintance.
Well, she's obviously out of her mind. So I headed back to the Imperial Sewer where it all began. I swear, if I open this door and I end up in Skyrim, that'll be the third time this week. But it did bring me to the sewers, and now I had to find Valen Dreth. And of course, the place was crawling with mud crabs, but what else is new? I had to deal with a bunch of rats as well. When I entered this large cistern area, there seemed to be a problem with the slaughterfish. But somehow I still managed to get a sneak attack off on this one, even though nothing about that makes any sense. I guess I'm just stealthy as hell. Not long after that, I found the exit to the sanctum, but I had to pick the lock. When I got inside though, there were some guards standing watch.
Of course I'm proud to do my duty, but it's a waste of time. What are we guarding? Cold stone and shadow. That's it.
Don't forget, we're meeting for drinks later at the Bloated Float.
Oh, I'll be there. How could I miss a chance to see you cower before that big orc bouncer?
I ain't afraid of no one. Courage is my middle name. Oh, never mind.
I like how he just gives up there at the end. That's great. All right, that's enough screwing around. I got some throats to cut. Well, I mean, I got one throat to cut. I'm not supposed to kill the guards.
Where are you?
Oh, nowhere. Nowhere at all. Just keep looking that way. How am I gonna get out of this one?
Where are you?
The guard wasn't moving, but I did increase my sneak level. Okay, maybe if I go back the way that I came in and swing around this way.
Guess it was nothing.
Nope, that's definitely not gonna work.
Guess it was nothing.
Let's do a little bit of this. Then we're gonna do a little bit of this, which seems to be working, although he might still be able to hear us. And I gotta be honest, to my complete surprise, that actually worked. See, Moonshadow has its uses, at least in the early game. I carefully snuck into the next area, keeping my eyes peeled for more guards. And for some reason, nothing that you find in here is considered stolen, so I started grabbing everything that wasn't nailed down. Alright, I know there's a guard in here oh, there he is. And there he goes. And now here I go. Damn, the boys at the Ninja Academy ain't gonna believe this one. It seemed like the coast was clear, but when I opened this door, the guard heard it from 10 miles away. So I just started running for my life at this point. Luckily, the exit was right up ahead. Okay, here we go. This is it. God, I can't wait to kill this guy.
I have to admit, I'm going to miss you, Dreth. The late-night beatings, your pitiful little cries for help.
You'll see, you Imperial dog. When I get out of here, all of Tamria will know my name. Valen Dreth. Valen Dreth!
All right, all right. I'm tempted to let you out right now if you'll just shut up.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to shut him up forever as soon as you walk away. Alright, first I need to make sure the coast is clear because I'm not supposed to kill any of these guards. I did waste all of my lockpicks trying to open this hard lock though because the key to his cell was over on this table the whole time.
Wait! I know you. You're the one. The day the Emperor was killed. They went through your cell. You lucky bastard. But you came back? Come on, you've got to help me. Let old Valen out of this cell. You've got your freedom, now give me mine. What do you say, huh? Come on, friend.
What do I say? I say nothing.
What's the matter with you, huh? You some kind of mute or something? I saw you escape. Now you're crazy enough to come back?
I'm not really crazy, I'm just here to kill you. Is that crazy? Because if it is, then I'm crazy as hell. Okay, real talk, that was a little anticlimactic. I was hoping he was gonna squeal for his life a little more than that. Wait, hold on a minute, I forgot to do something very important. Yes, this is exactly what I came here to do. I made my way back out through the sewers, and it was time to return to the Brotherhood. Alright, where's my boy Vicente? He better make me a vampire this time.
You infiltrated the Imperial prison, eliminated Valen Dreth, and killed not one guard. Most excellent.
Yes, I am.
In addition to your standard reward, I present to you this bonus. Behold, the scales of pitiless justice.
Yeah, but when are you gonna make me a vampire?
We're usually called upon to take a life, but not this time. This contract requires us to stage the assassination of a marked man. Are you ready?
You mean I gotta fake it? Gross.
You must go to the city of Coral and break into the house of Francois Mortier, here. You will use this specially poisoned knife to stage Mortier's death. I have provided you with a vial of antidote, which will be used to revive Francois Mortier after you successfully stage his death. Spill some blood for me, dear brother.
I show up in Coral, but in order to get inside of my target's house, I needed to pick a hard lock, and I was out of lockpicks. So I went to go sell some stuff, but this lizard woman wanted me to save her daughter.
I don't mean to impose, but I'm hoping you can help me. My daughter, Dharma, is missing, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's really unfortunate. I'm not sure. I don't know.
That's right. My daughter, Dharma, never came back from Hackdirt.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. Go search for your daughter at Hackdirt. I got it. I knew that I could get a horse right now, but really there was no point because I was going to be getting a free one soon anyway. So I made the journey to Hackdirt on foot, collecting everything that I could on the way. So this is Hackdirt, huh? Definitely not the sort of place that would kidnap people and sacrifice them to demons. Let's go take a look inside the inn.
Let me give you some advice, stranger. Leave. Now. You ain't welcome here.
That's probably the worst advice I've ever heard. Do you make it your job to just suck all the time? I mean, you didn't even try to be conspicuous. You might as well put a sign out front that says dead bodies here.
Who? Nah, I haven't seen any young women around. Even if I had, why would I know anything about her going missing? Not that I'm saying I ever seen her, because I haven't.
Is this your first day on the evil job? Because this is amateur hour if I've ever seen it.
My grandfather built this place. Not that it's any of your business. We've been down. But we got plans to bring back the good old days. You'll see.
This guy's so dumb it should be illegal. Let's see if his wife's any smarter.
What?
Okay, never mind. That was a mistake.
Just leave.
I mean, I was already halfway out the door. Let's see if this shop owner is more cooperative.
Make it quick.
Well, that's not a good start. What do you know about Dharma?
Shh. We can't talk here. They'll get suspicious. The girl is in danger. Meet me tonight after dark in my house. I'll leave the door unlocked. Don't be late.
If this is a trap, you'll regret it. I decided to wait until nightfall to see what's really going on in this town. But what I was really looking for was more proof that Dharma was here, and I found it. Alright, Blossom, you stay here. I've got some throats to cut. But as I was investigating the town some more, I got ambushed by a conjurer and a scamp. I definitely did not see this coming. Where the hell did this guy come from? You know, sometimes you really just gotta get in there and start swinging that knife right at the eyes. And that's exactly what I did until I killed him. Now that that interruption was out of the way, I could continue my investigation. Okay, yeah, this is who I'm supposed to talk to.
You came. Good. I don't have much time. I have to get to the gathering before I missed.
Tell me what the hell's going on right now.
You have to believe me. I didn't know what they were planning. They want to bring back the Deep Ones. I thought I did too, but she's so innocent. They've got her down in the caverns. They're going to sacrifice her, you understand? You've got to save her. Here, take this key. It'll open any of the trapdoors down to the caves. Every house in town has one. The one in Moslin's Inn is your best bet, nearest where she's being held. The middle of the night, when everyone's at the gathering. Good luck. You will save her, won't you? I gotta go now.
I mean, I guess I'll do it. Shit, nobody else is gonna. What are these brethren? Are they some kind of Dracula?
Those of us who've changed the most, we call the Brethren. Live down in the caves, to be nearer the Deep Ones. They don't like the sunlight much. Dangerous, too. You'll want to avoid them if you can help it.
Okay, yep, definitely Dracula's. This is gonna be too easy. I made my way back to the Hackdirt Inn and found the trapdoor hidden at the back. And this led to a very large cavern that was connected to all the other houses in the town. As I delved further in, I came across my first brethren.
Yeah!
And I noticed that they were weak to fire, so I started lighting them up. But just as I finished off the first one, another one came along. So I threw a lot more fire and did a lot more stabbing until that one fell too. But as I kept killing them, their numbers seemed to multiply. Eventually, some of the townsfolk themselves joined the party, which was fine with me because I was going to kill them all anyway. Go to hell. Really, Marlena? You think you can take me? That's funny. Ooh, I gained a level. Eventually, I killed everybody but Jiv and his wife, but they didn't seem to know what was going on.
I can't be seen talking to you.
Well, as far as I can tell, there's no one left alive, so I think your secret's safe. After that, I came across Dharma in her cage.
Please, let me out of here.
Well, you're no Princess Leia, but I guess I'll let you out.
Thank you. Let's get out of here.
I love how she's still sneaking around. Everybody's dead. On the way out, we stopped to grab Blossom, her horse, and then we headed back to Coral.
Thank you for rescuing me. My mother will be so pleased when we arrive back in Coral safe and sound. Let's go.
Back in Coral, I returned to the Northern Goods and Trade to give Dharma's mother the good news.
I will never forget your brave rescue of my daughter. What can I do for you today?
So what you're saying is I got nothing for doing this quest. Is that what you're saying to me right now? I hope that's not what you're saying to me right now.
Hey!
Oh. Stop! You violated the law.
Good morning. By the knife.
This is what happens when I try to do something good. I should never try to be good.
Hey, what?
Give me a room so I can level up. Oh, and if the guards come looking for me, you never saw me. For this level, I decided to put my points into strength, endurance, and personality. Then I went back to the Imperial waterfront, and apparently the first mate of that pirate ship remembered me because she came after me. So I ran towards this guard because I knew he would help me since I didn't start that fight. And that fight did not last very long. Imperial guards are no joke. Now we just check her pockets and not a damn thing. I will take this steel cutlass though. But the whole reason I came over here in the first place was to find Shady Sam.
You need something special? Check out my wares. You won't find this stuff at your local general store, that's for damn sure.
Hell yeah, brother. Give me them lockpicks.
You drive a hard bargain.
Really, Sam? Because I'm pretty sure I forgot to even haggle there. With my newfound lockpicks, I went back to Francois Motier's house at night and picked the lock on his door. He basically told me that he borrowed some money and didn't pay it back, so he pissed some people off, and now we gotta fake his death.
Got all that? Good. Hides his heart will be here any moment. Get ready. Oh, I do hope this works.
Motieri, I know you're in there. Motier, I am here to exact payment in blood. You will... Huh? Who is this?
Oh, Dark Brotherhood assassin, please don't cut me with that wicked blade.
So I cut him, and then I flee the scene of the crime. After that, I had to wait for 24 hours, and then I visited his body in the chapel. Then I gave him the antidote, and he woke up.
Oh, I'm a bit stiff, but quite fine otherwise.
Yeah, I didn't ask, and I don't really care.
My ancestors will see my revival as a desecration of their tomb. This undercroft is, well, quite cursed. Any desecration will cause my ancestors to rise from their graves and defend their resting place. I can hear them coming as we speak. You must protect me. Escort me to the Grey Mare where I can buy passage out of Coral. Ah, here they come.
Then I had to fight off some zombies in this crypt, but they weren't much of a match for me. I did want to kill Motier, but he was protected by the contract. But we didn't really have much trouble getting out of there, and once we were clear, I headed to the Grey Mare with him.
Ah, the Grey Mare. From here I will be able to arrange for transportation out of Cyrodiil. You have served me well, assassin.
Ah, yes. Let's just let everyone in this inn know that I'm an assassin for hire. After dealing with that idiot, I returned to the Dark Brotherhood to report my progress.
So Motieri has escaped. Well done. As payment, I am pleased to award you this amulet, Cruelty's Heart, as well as another advancement in rank. I hereby bestow upon you the title of Eliminator. Your blood is cold, your heart hard. You exemplify everything the Dark Brotherhood stands for.
Yo, this boy is spitting straight facts right now. That's all I know. Then he gave me a key to the well so I could use it as a shortcut. But when I asked him for a new contract, he said he was out of them.
I'm afraid I have no more contracts for you. You must report to Ochiva here in the sanctuary. Before you go, however, I intend to make good on an offer I made some time ago. As a vampire, I may pass my gift on to others as I see fit. You have served me well, and I choose now to extend that gift to you. Shall I use my dark powers and turn you into a vampire?
Okay, this is it. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Don't lose your cool. Women will want me and men will want to be me, but I'm too cool to care about any of that crap, and I just want to be evil. So yes, make me a vampire.
Most excellent. Here is what you must do. Simply go to sleep here in the sanctuary at any time, and I will visit you as you slumber.
Oh no, this is not how I envisioned becoming a vampire. Why can't we just sacrifice a bunch of kids or something?
When you awaken, we will be of the same blood. Sleep now, and awake anew.
Let this be a lesson to all of you out there that evil does not come cheap. Sometimes you gotta do things you'd only see in a Tom Cruise movie. So I went to sleep like he told me to, and when I woke up I had a new disease called porphyric hemophilia. Then I slept for 3 more days and I became a full-fledged vampire. But it was time for me to get my next contract.
Your target is a high elf named Phalion. He lives somewhere in the Imperial City and fancies long walks.
I bet he likes unicorns and poetry too. I fast traveled to Leyawiin next because now that I was a vampire, I was going to need a vampire lair. So I followed the coast south until I came across Deepscorn Hollow. Then I had to get in the water and swim inside of this log. When I got inside, there was a journal by the door, and it let me know where I could buy more evil things for this dark place. But when I started reading it, it seemed like some sort of romance novel to sit this, and I don't serve any other Dark Lord. Then I started looking around, and I gotta say, I was not impressed with what I was seeing. Honestly, I've killed people in skooma dens that were nicer than this, but maybe it just needed a little bit of furniture. I do like what they've done with this room though. We could get a nice blood fountain over here for the sacrifices. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Alright, let's see. What do we got down here? Oh yeah, I remember now. This is where all the pizza delivery guys get sent to when they show up late. Looks like I'm gonna need the Ichor of Sithis to activate this basin. Then I discovered the bedroom, which did at least have a bed I could use. After checking out Deepscorn, I made my way to the Imperial City to try and track down my next target, and I had a lead that he was staying at the Tiber Septim Hotel. At the front desk, there was the latest issue of the Black Horse Courier talking about the Dark Brotherhood. I went upstairs looking for Phelan, and wouldn't you know it, he was sleeping in this room with the unlocked door. But his girlfriend was with him, and I needed to axe him without anyone seeing. So I stood outside of their door and waited for them to wake up, because I figured his girlfriend might know something about him that I don't.
Yes, good sir. How may I help you?
Tell me all about your boyfriend.
Phalion? He's my sweet, my true love. But I don't know why I'm telling this to you. I mean, we hardly know each other and all.
What do you mean? You and I are best friends. You can tell me anything. Don't you remember that time we had that sleepover and we stayed up late curling each other's hair and you were telling me how much you liked that male stripper and I was just like, girl, you're crazy. Man, we got wasted on moon sugar that weekend, didn't we? See, you can trust the Dark Lord Xeridae. Tell me everything I want to know.
Please, I don't mean to get emotional, but...
No, go ahead, get emotional.
I feel I can trust you.
Yes, that's right, you can.
I just don't know what to do about Phalion. All he thinks about, all he cares about is skooma.
And now we get to the cold, hard truth of reality.
He walks around the city looking for skooma. And then he goes to Lorkmir's house for several hours. It's in the Elfin Gardens district. Thank you for listening. You're a good friend.
I mean, I'm your best friend, let's face it. And I'm going to do you a huge favor. I made my way over to the Elven Gardens district next looking for Lorkmir's house. Oh, and I found it. But it turns out it had a hard lock on the door. And there were guards patrolling the streets. Once it looked like the coast was clear, I started picking the lock. Alright, I know that skooma is in here somewhere. I went down into the basement and I discovered the body of Lorkmir. I don't know who or what killed him, but it was definitely Phelan because he's a crackhead. And I knew it was only a matter of time before Phelan showed up, so I waited behind a pillar for him. Eventually he showed up exactly like I thought he would, so I just snuck up behind him and shanked him. And since there was no witnesses, I got my bonus. I wonder what Ochiva's gonna give me this time. I'm not really doing a bow build, so that ain't so great.
I have another contract when you're ready. One that will rely on your ability to remain fully undetected.
Okay, hit me with it, and don't say the president's daughter. I've already rescued her 5 times this week.
Far to the west, there lives a fierce warlord and his company of loyal mercenaries. Your target is the warlord. Do you accept this contract?
Yeah, that's fine. Let's get this over with.
Excellent. Now listen closely. Nestled in the mountains to the west lies Fort Such. It is the home of the warlord Roderick and his mercenaries. Roderick has recently taken ill. He now lies in eternal slumber. You must infiltrate Fort Such, find Roderick's medicine, and replace it with a poisoned bottle I will provide. But you must remain undetected.
At this point, I went back to Frostcrag Peak to harvest more of these reagents because I was going to need to make some invisibility potions for this mission. But it was about this time that I started craving blood because I was a vampire now. So I headed back to the Imperial City in search of it. I made my way out to the waterfront and checked the abandoned shack. And it seemed like there was a good target in here, but there was one problem. This guy just wouldn't go to sleep. He just kept staring at the wall. So I decided to see what was in one of these other shacks. And it was the same situation. There was always one person awake even though it was the middle of the night. night. At around 4 a.m., I found this bum sleeping peacefully by himself, but of course there was another guy just standing there like a creep for no reason. He did eventually walk away though, and I was able to feed off the blood of Puny the hobo. After that, I went up to Bruma to join the Mages Guild, and I know what you're thinking. Isn't that pretty random? Don't you have something else to do? And you're absolutely right.
Hello there. Are you here to join the Mages Guild?
Why, yes, I am.
Looks to me like you're in trouble with the law. Clear that matter up, and then perhaps we'll discuss the guild.
Look, it's not a big deal. I just killed a couple people in Coral.
Take care.
Fine, I'll go turn myself in. But I didn't turn myself in. Instead, I went back to Frostcrag Spire. And this is when I noticed that there was more stuff downstairs that I don't remember buying. And when I tried to use the Altar of Enchanting, it told me that I needed to buy some Mage Tallow candles. Then I put all my stuff away in storage because I didn't know exactly what my bounty was for, and I didn't want them to take something they thought was stolen. Then I made my way back to Bruma and turned myself in at one of the guards.
Stop right there, criminal scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch! I'm confiscating your stolen goods. Now pay your fine, or it's off to jail.
Oh, I won't be paying anything. You're going to have to send me to jail.
Hope you rot, criminal scum.
As soon as I got into jail, I tried to talk to my cellmate.
Go away.
And this is where my 100-day journey in Oblivion came to an end. Now listen, I know I'm leaving you on a cliffhanger, but if you want to see a 200 days version of this, let me know and I will make it happen. Because there's still a lot to do in this game and I'm having fun with it. Anyway, stay evil and I'll see you all soon.